Hi, everybody. Old Dynamite here, the maniacal maestro of the microphone and the voice of AKA, American Combat Alliance. And standing next to me right now is the start off of our main card here tonight in Ruston, Louisiana for AKA 46, the former Devil Dog, United States Marine, the one and only Mr. Pierce Bolano. So, Pierce, every time you stepped inside the AKA cage, you have been an absolute force. You are representing one of the hottest gyms in the South. You guys have really got things clicking out there, Triad Martial Arts, right here in Ruston. Now, your opponent, a strong young man, he's coming from another gym that is ultra hot right now. They're fairly new in Vidor, Texas, called Revive MMA. Do you know much about your opponent, Keaton? Have you had much time to watch him or any of his teammates fight?
I have been able to check out his old footage. I've seen 2 of his fights. I believe he only has 2. I know nothing of his gym, but to speak to his character, he took this fight on super short notice, so I'm very appreciative of Keaton.
Now, when something like that happens, you know, you plan for one opponent, you're going through camp, you're getting ready, then you have a last-minute fallout. What does that do to you mentally as far as the psyche goes as a fighter? Is it just going to not bother you at all? Does it really make you rethink things a little bit?
No, they're all victims.
They're all victims, folks. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. He is on the hunt here tonight, looking for a new head to hang on the wall. The one and only Pierce Bolano is locked, cocked, and ready to rock for action here in his hometown of Ruston, Louisiana for AKA 46. We're live here tonight in the beautiful city of Ruston, Louisiana for AKA 46, and what a banger we've got kicking off our main card here tonight. We talked to Pierce Bolano earlier right here in Ruston, Louisiana, but folks, now we're going to meet his opponent. He is part of one of the hottest new gyms in the South. They are terrorizing promotions all across Louisiana, Texas, and Mississippi. We're talking about Revive MMA in Vidor, Texas. And I'm talking to Keaton Abshire. Now, Keaton, you took this fight almost last minute, my man. That shows a lot of gumption. Do you know much about Pierce? Do you know who you're getting in there with?
Yes, sir. I mean, I'm very aware with who I'm getting in there with. I know he's a solid fighter. I took this fight because I love fighting, and it's simply that simple. I just want to get in there and fight, man. That's all it is.
And look, that's one of the things I love about your gym over there. You got Coach Aaron Davis, Jeremy Christensen, so many great guys. But now we see so many fighters that are so protective of a record as opposed to getting out and want to push themselves and take on the best competition. So I love what you guys do at Revive. Hey, we want to fight. Bring us to the fight. We'll take on anybody, anytime, anywhere. So, Keaton, how are you feeling for this? You've been having such a short time to get ready, physically, weight cut, all that, okay?
Man, obviously there's a little nerves. Always, there's going to be nerves, but I feel like this is a normal fight. I train hard, even not on fight camp. I feel in shape. I feel like I'm going to put on a show, and that's all, man. That's all it is.
Outstanding. Ladies and gentlemen, he is locked, cocked, and ready to rock for his debut inside the AKA cage right here at AKA 46 in Ruston, Louisiana. Keaton Abshire, representing Revive MMA, is going to get it on here tonight for American Combat Alliance.
Chris Hill back on refereeing duties for this matchup between Bolano and Abshire. 3 fights remain here at AKA 46.
Big right hand from Abshire to open up the round. He looked like he was itching in the corner to get into this fight.
Pierce Bolano about that action. Abshire's big overhand right finds the top of the head of Pierce Bolano.
There's some real power behind those shots from Abshire.
Bolano measured, I mean.
Right hand behind the ear. Good shot from Abshire.
A little bit over 30 seconds in, and he's landed about 3 or 4 of those overhands.
Nice single leg, runs the pipe, lands in almost a half guard position, knee shield position. Pierce Bolano trying to create some space with that knee shield. Keaton Abshire doing a good job of keeping a little topside pressure.
Bolano doing a good job keeping that right arm controlled because we've already seen Abshire drop some bombs.
Able to work his legs through to wrap Abshire up in guard. But I don't think he should stay here very long. Like you said, those heavy bombs from Abshire
Keaton
are
looking
nothing
like
to be messed with.
he's certainly willing to get busy on top. Body, head. Punches raining down. Pierce Bolano doing a good job of controlling the posture of Keaton Abshire, not taking a hard punch just yet from his guard. Nice little scramble. Abshire after the back. Let's see if he can get it. Bolano needs to fight that top hand. Separate the
Feel a
grip.
lift. Oh, nope, not quite lift. Nice transition from Abshire.
Pretty savvy little maneuver there. Keaton getting Pierce Bolano to stand upright and then hits that back step. Lands in side position.
30 seconds remaining in this opening round between Bolano and Abshire.
Good positioning here by Keaton Abshire, keeping that hip low, making Pierce Bolano carry all his weight, keeping Pierce flat on his back like a piece of paper. Pierce trying to get half guard, comes close. Abshire advancing to north-south, but the cage runs into the cage.
Away.
Good punches from Abshire.
Inside the final 10 seconds. Abshire looking for an exclamation point at the end of round number one.
Kind of grabbed the fence a little bit there at the end, but you know, it seems like if he just had a little bit more time, you know, as the fight progresses and as the fight progresses and as you know, his opponent gets a little bit more tired, he might be able to, if he gets back to that kind of position, posture up and do a little bit more damage. He looks very strong there.
Abshire doesn't look like he's slowing down. I mean, I'm watching him. He's not taking big, deep breaths. He looks very measured. Had some good moments there. Pierce Bolano hanging tough throughout, but ultimately I just felt like Keaton Abshire was able to get some dominant positions and in the round on top and landed the big sweeping overhand right and good little back step there.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go for a lift there, but good maneuver.
He kind of like faked the lift,
yeah.
you know, and that's what made Pierce stand up, and that's why the back step actually worked, you know. So savvy stuff from the young 19-year-old Keaton Abshire.
Ready for round number two. Abshire came out firing that right hand to open round number one.
Big overhand right. Pierce needs to be careful. He kind of made the correction as the first round progressed, but right here eats an overhand right early. Big left hook. These are bombs coming from Abshire.
I mean, he looks sharp. Oh, nice uppercut.
Uppercut. What a scrap, boys.
I know we're highlighting Abshire's power, but Bolano has the power to put the lights out as well.
And look, Keaton a little busted on the nose. That's from the uppercut of Bolano. Landed clean, sharp punch, jabbing him down. Nice hook off the defense of Abshire. Beautiful combination. Abshire just putting a volley of punches together. Somebody lost their mouthpiece.
Yeah, they did. I think it was Abshire, and it was. 1 minute off the clock in round number two. Turned into a bit of a firefight there for a second.
I'm liking those punches up the middle from Pierce Bolano. Keeping it sharp. This is just what he needs to do to answer for those big overhands of Abshire.
You know, I liked the level change, but just a little behind Pierce, able to threaten a guillotine and ultimately make Abshire separate. When either men put together combinations, it works.
Yeah.
Even more than 2 strikes at a time. That's when they do better. Right hand lands again.
Oh, 2 of them in a row. Sending Bolano
Abshire
to the mat.
Smelling blood in the water, swinging hard at Pierce Bolano.
Hard to see a good angle here. Definitely finding a home for his punches on the ground. I don't know how much more Bolano's going to take of this.
Bolano's got to get some guard back, create some separation, get up on his elbow. He doesn't want to end up pinned against the fence in side position.
Able to wrap up the head of Abshire, slow him down just a little bit, but yeah, he's going to need to get his hips to the fence and start to get up.
"30 seconds remaining. See some blood coming out of the mouth of Pierce Bolano.
Again, good,
Abshire
good,
looking for
strong work to close out the round, landing some ground and
strikes,
pound.
They both seem to kind of fizzle out there for a moment at the end of that round, but definitely,
High-paced fight.
yeah, a high-paced fight so far. And Abshire just landed those big bombs that put Bolano on the ground. I think that, you know, that definitely won that second round for him. Big.
And you know, Bolano did have some good moments in there, and it seemed like he was taking some momentum there at times. He's still in this fight, but so far, Keaton Abshire able to close out each round strong, end up in good positions. Keaton just looking like a tank.
Abshire just got such heavy hands. You can just tell that every one of those overhands and hooks that he lands are hurting Bolano.
What great combinations from both guys, though. Just watching the replays there, I mean, they both had good moments. Scrap.
Absolute brawl here between these two boys. The right hand from Abshire has been the highlight, though.
Pierce got to be careful circling towards that right hand as Abshire sending it. Early, good double leg.
The double leg gets it.
The corner of Bolano asking for a cage walk. They're not wrong. Bolano has to get on a hip. He's not going to be able to work from flat on his back. This is better. I'd like to see him post a hand, work towards it. Starts to get his guard back.
You know, as much as we've highlighted the striking of Abshire, he's looked great on the ground as well.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well-rounded.
Very well-rounded, making Bolano carry his weight, just pressuring him, and then looking, like we talked about a lot tonight, looking to land those big strikes on the ground to open something up.
Approaching the final 90 seconds here in this high-level bout between Pierce Bolano and Keaton Abshire.
To say Bolano has that butterfly hook, just needs to create the space to use it.
Ooh.
Hopefully he'll be able to get back up to his feet. Oh! And he eats a knee on the way up.
That knee was close, but it might have been legal. I don't know. It happened quick.
I think it was. It was very close. He timed it pretty well, I think. And then he was looking for the kill. Bolano still standing.
Bolano just tough. Eating some big punches from Keaton, but he continues to press forward, and he's still trying to win this fight. 54 seconds left. Big right hand.
Abshire still throwing heat. Bolano firing back.
Nice combination up the middle from Bolano.
Sharp jab from
He is
Bolano.
still in this fight.
The jab cross has been good for him. He needs to inside low kick, kicks the leg out from underneath Keaton Abshire. These are some of Pierce's best moments.
Can either fighter find that magical moment in the final 20 seconds and end this one? Abshire starting to just wing him a little bit.
Looked like Pierce Bolano got the better of that hook exchange. Good combo there from Bolano, and this is how we're going to end the fight.
Wow.
What an end to it. Back and forth fight, back and forth to the bitter end. Pierce Bolano really finding a home for his hands at the end of that round.
Yeah.
But I have to wonder if it's going to be enough in the judges' eyes. I really feel like Abshire landed a lot of the bigger strikes throughout the fight and had some beautiful takedowns as well.
I think the third round could be debatable potentially, but the first two, Abshire really put his stamp on this fight and, showed off the power. That overhand right was just absolutely beautiful. There was that knee close to being illegal. I think it was legal, but it was close indeed. Abshire more than likely will have his hand raised here in a moment. And credit to Pierce Bolano for weathering the storm. I mean, he dealt with some big-time shots, and he was still standing and ready to exchange.
Definitely hung tough throughout the fight, had moments of his own. Pierce, a young fighter in his own right, and a decent showing.
I mean, you can see it. Bolano's wearing some serious damage as well.
Yeah.
Both guys.
Oh, no, but remember Bolano landed that uppercut. I don't know if that was the first or the second round, but it was substantial. So make no mistake, both gentlemen in a fist fight.
After 3 rounds of fast and furious mixed martial arts action, we are going to the scorecards. Ladies and gentlemen, all 3 judges have seen and scored this bout the same way. Therefore, declaring your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting in the blue corner,
Keaton Abshire moves to 4-0. It's the first time he's had a fight go the distance. We'll turn it over to Victoria now to interview her.
Keaton Abshire, you put on a heck of a performance tonight, really came in here and put everything on the line, took this fight short notice, but I hear from your coaches that you stay in the gym. What's your mindset going into a fight like this where you don't have a whole lot of time to game plan leading up to the fight?
So, I'm a very reactive fighter. I don't game plan much, but man, I knew he was gonna be a badass, but that's it.
What was going through your mind when you were landing these huge overhands and you were landing them clean and he wasn't going out of there?
That dude got a freaking chin, man. He got one hell of a chin. I don't really know, he was really good.
Well, we love your performance tonight. Can't wait to see you back in the AKA cage. Who else would you like to give a shout out to tonight?
Katon, Lane, they rode out here with me. They took off work early. Look, there's one of them. The other one's standing somewhere over there. And of course, my Revive team. I love them more than the world. My dad and my mom, y'all watching there? You raised a warrior. You raised a warrior, baby. That's it, man.
All right, well, congratulations again. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for your winner, Keaton Abshire.
Keaton Abshire, serious power in those hands, and he moves to 4-0, stays undefeated as he gets the unanimous decision victory over Pierce Bolano.